Hey everyone, and welcome to the first Fat Lad Ad results show of 2022, or really just the first results show because this is the first one I've done and it's replacing the standard weigh-in that I used to do at the end of my normal vlogs. My name's Ad, currently Fat Lad Ad, but hopefully not for too much longer because since August 2021 I've been on a quest to become Fit Lad Ad. I am doing this using a calorie controlled diet which at the moment is consisting of a lot of meal replacement shakes from MyProtein, which are about 200 calories, which I'm using in place of breakfast and lunch, and then following that up with a sensible-ish, usually evening meal, with little or ideally no snacking in between. I'm also trying to incorporate exercise, which at the moment is consisting mostly of running, as I try to complete my beginner running program called None to Run, and cycling of the virtual variety because of the weather, using my trusty turbo trainer and a subscription to Zwift. I'm using an app called NutriCheck to record the calories of every morsel I consume and every bead of sweat I secrete when I exercise. Coming up on this first result show, I'm going to talk to you about the format of the show because it's still a bit of a work in progress. Essentially talking you through the data and the metrics I intend to talk about on a weekly basis and culminate in the all-important end of the week weigh-in. Before all that though, please take a moment to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It really helps keep me motivated to think that there's people out there who are actually interested in following along with my quest. Now though, let's get on with the results show. So the first section of each results show is going to talk about goal tracking. Now, I haven't got anything prepared for this week because I've got a video coming out hopefully next week. I'm still working on it, but it's a video dedicated to my goals for season 2 and how I'm going to set them, what they are, and the rewards for completing each one. The next section is going to be my calorie data from NutriCheck. At the moment, I'm not paying too much attention to the macros, so it's mainly going to be calories in versus calories burned. This is because I'm using the meal replacement shakes for 2 of my meals, and they are essentially 1/3 carbohydrates, 1/3 protein, and 1/3 fat. So they're essentially a balanced source of macros. Maybe once I start reducing my reliance on the shakes, which I think might happen sooner rather than later, and I start making my own meals, that might become more important. So I may then start tracking my macros a bit more. So I have a daily calorie allowance of 1,711 calories, and I am actually going to count the calories I burn during exercise towards my daily calorie goal, i.e. they're going to be in addition to my calorie goal. I know this is not the way many weight loss YouTubers work, in that they prefer not to include the calories burnt in exercise towards their daily goal, but actually I feel, for me, that if I'm doing a hard exercise routine, I need those extra calories, or I may need those extra calories. So it's nice to know that, okay, if I burnt an extra 300 calories or so, I can have a little bit more on top of my normal allowance, just if I'm feeling a little bit, I don't know, a little bit hungry or whatever. I know that like fitness trackers are not too great at tracking calories burnt during exercise. They tend not to be hugely accurate, but I feel for me it's accurate enough. I think it's fairly repeatable in terms of one day to the next or one exercise routine to the next. So I'm going to stick with it for now. And again, it might change in the future. So as you can see from this week's data, I have been well inside my daily calorie goal on every day apart from today, which is my celebration day. On Saturday, I didn't track any calories. Saturday was obviously New Year's Day. And although actually New Year's Day wasn't too bad calories wise or food wise, I took a decision before Christmas that I was not going to track my calories over Christmas. I just wasn't going to worry about it enough. I did decide that I was going to try and be careful over Christmas, and as you can see from last week's weigh-in result, I was careful over Christmas, but I took the decision not to track and not to worry about it. So I have no tracking data for Saturday. But every other day, apart from today, has been under my calorie limit, even without taking into account the extra calories I got back from exercise. So in terms of my celebration day then, I just want to tell you what that is. Basically, as you know, my weigh-in day is Friday, so I'll get on the scales on Friday morning, and then essentially Friday from the time of the weigh-in to the time of going to sleep on Friday is essentially my celebration day. And whilst in most cases I will probably still have my meal replacement shakes for breakfast and lunch, I then will have either a takeaway or a meal out for my evening meal, and it'll be probably quite highly calorific as it was this evening. Actually, today we double celebrated, if you like, in that we had a cooked breakfast as well. So I'm really up on my calories, even for me, even for a normal celebration Friday, it's quite high. I've also allowed myself 2 beers tonight, which although I haven't had yet, I've scanned into NutriCheck, so it's all included in today's data. All this meant then that my average per day over the week was slightly more than my 1,711 allowance at 1,804 calories per day. But that doesn't include the day I didn't track, so the average doesn't include Saturday, and it also doesn't include the calories I got back from exercise. So actually I think that's a pretty good result, and it seems to be working for me anyway. Although I do regret the double celebration meals today, and it means I'm going to have to work doubly hard to start the week next week to get back on track for a good week next week. The final section of the results show is obviously going to be my weigh-in. So every Friday morning, as soon as I wake up, I get myself out of bed and I go and tackle the scales. And this is how it went this morning. So today's weight was 16 stone, 2.4 pounds, or 102.7 kilos. So that's a loss, just over 3 pounds from last week and the start of season 2, because last week was the start of season 2. Or if you're working in metric like I tend to, it's 1.5 kilos. And it brings my total weight loss over the whole quest, if you like, to 18.5 kilos, or 2 stone and 12.8 pounds. So I've still got a little bit to go to get to the 3 stone lost milestone and the 20 kilograms lost milestone, but I really hope to get through the 3 stone lost milestone next week, so watch this space. On that note, that's it for this new results show. I hope you enjoyed the new format. I am working on some new metrics that my new watch can do, but I haven't finished them off yet. I'm also still working on the visualization in Power BI to improve that, so keep watching and see that improve as well. Feel free to drop me a comment on the video to let me know how your results have been this week, if you're on a quest similar to mine, or if you're just on the quest of living. I will respond to every genuine comment I receive. I would love it if you went and watched another one of my videos, perhaps one YouTube is recommended in the tile below. If you're new to the channel and want to catch up on my journey so far, why not check out the recommended playlist below, which is essentially my season 1 playlist, and you'll see me lose the best part of 3 stone in about 17 weeks. For now though, that's all from me, and I'll see you next week.